ISIS gains made possible with U.S. weapons? It's a question many are asking after Iraq's prime minister admits to losing thousands of U.S. Humvees when ISIS overran Mosul last year. National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin tonight on how American weapons are ending up in the wrong hands and the cost to the U.S.
As the anti-ISIS coalition prepared to meet in Paris this week, Iraqi Prime Minister Haider Abadi dropped a bombshell, telling Iraqi state television his forces lost 2,300 armored Humvees when Mosul fell to ISIS last year. What he didn't say is that all of those Humvees were made in America, paid for in most cases with U.S. taxpayer dollars.
One of the major parts of our strategy here is building up the Iraqi forces so they can increasingly take the fight to ISIL. So that's really a key pillar of what we're doing.
Since the fall of Ramadi, part of the U.S. effort to fight ISIS has included bombing expensive military equipment the U.S. government provided the Iraqi military, which is now in ISIS hands. The Iraqi government estimates it has lost 40 M1A1 battle tanks, 74,000 machine guns, 52 howitzer mobile gun systems. Last year, the State Department expedited the delivery of 1,000 upgraded armored Humvees to the Iraqis, 6 Abrams tanks, and donated 250 mine-resistant vehicles, or MRAPs, worth about $1 million apiece. The State Department says the administration has no plans to change its anti-ISIS strategy.
In Iraq, right now, we have the right strategy. A combination of coalition airstrikes, training, equipping, assisting, and effective local partners. That is the winning strategy.
The U.S. pulled out of Iraq at the end of 2011 after spending $25 billion to train the Iraqi military. Last weekend, the U.S. delivered 2,000 AT-4 anti-tank missiles to Iraq to help destroy the U.S. armored Humvees, now being used in suicide bomb attacks. CENTCOM estimates its airstrikes have to date destroyed 77 tanks and 288 Humvees. The cost of the war against ISIS so far, $2.44 billion, or $8.9 million a day.
Much of that money is being spent now on destroying U.S. military equipment abandoned by the Iraqi military to ISIS. The administration says it plans to send more weapons to the Iraqi government as soon as possible. Brett.
And Jen, Pentagon officials finally briefed reporters on its mishandling of those live anthrax samples. What did we learn?
Well, in essence, that the problem is larger than the Pentagon first suggested. Just yesterday, they said samples had been sent to 12 states. Now we've learned that live anthrax spores were sent from a DoD lab to 51 labs in 17 states and to 3 countries, Australia, Canada, and South Korea. The Deputy Secretary of Defense says he expects the numbers to rise, but for context added, this occurred over the course of 10 years.
We know of no risk to the general public from these samples. To provide context, the concentration of these samples are too low to infect the average healthy individual.
More than 30 lab workers are being treated for anthrax exposure protectively. The Pentagon said there is no evidence of sabotage, Brett.
Jennifer Griffin live at the Pentagon. Jennifer, thank you.